Oh man. Timestamp October 9th, 2025. It's about 5 minutes after 4. The oh man is because I just took a shot of coffee and some of it went, hey, where's this hole go? I've got whining puppies and packages, and we're going to go ahead and. You want to go outside too? Yeah? Okay. I'm totally down with that, Tanner. Chihuahua's kind of playing ball a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna open the door. You don't need to do it. I know you don't really have thumbs, man. Okay. So it's Thursday afternoon. Um, been up for a few hours, honestly, just playing on my computer and talking to my girl. She came over for a while, and then she got a call. They had done. She went to the VA the other day, and they did blood work, and they found a thing or two that she didn't really care for. So kind of just chilled out for a minute, you know. It's starting to rain. Boys, do what you're gonna do. I know. They're just like running around like, oh my god, what is this? Absolutely, I'm proud of you. Thank you for being out here, Tanner. Finish up your business, boys. I mean, I'm not going to melt, but I don't want to get my phone soaked either. So. You can do it. Right now. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. There's a whole lot of grass to choose from. Whatever you want. Over there, your favorite spot, that's cool. Just mean it, because we should go in sometime in the near future. Weather Channel has it storming for the next hour or two, so. Between the whining and the fact that I knew that this was coming right here, it's like, you know what, let's go ahead and do that little walk outside real quick. Laughing, I'd seen I don't know if you call it a meme or not, but like, you know, a joke using words, you know. And it was just, I guess, the mom saying, I'm going to go take our hound on a jaunty stroll. And the husband's like, well, you just say take him for a walk. And immediately the dog starts whining. Because they learn certain words. Honey. Oh my god. That bunny just ran onto the lanai. Hey, you get to see what the terrifyingness of the lanai. I have no idea where where the bunny went, other than right up onto the porch here. Isn't this nice? Yeah. Then we got that covered area over there with all kinds of May and that, and all these bikes and other things that, yeah. It's funny because I've got a friend that's like, are you sure it's going to take you like more than a year to go through this? And it's like, it could. It certainly could. I don't know. There's a rabbit on here somewhere. I do not know where that rabbit has gone. But then there's all this stuff over here that's just stacked big piles of stuff. Oh, and there's a couple of like shed type things that my dad built. You can kind of see the wall there. There's a door over there. It's kind of closet like. Yeah. That's just the lanai. That's not counting the garage or the workshop or the bedrooms and such. Yeah. I think he thinks the rabbit's over there somewhere. Based on that. I'm going to venture that way and find out. What's going on, Scrap? Huh? I think it ran behind the stuff. Because it certainly could. Don't hurt him. He's got to be at the Super Bowl. Not necessarily a fan, but I think it's funny how many people are outraged. Coming in, or you gonna continue? Okay, well. Hey, Scrap, come on. Scrappy, come on. Acorn. What are you doing? No. No. No, you're in. We're in. Kids. I just find it funny because we're supposedly full of hate and cancel culture and all that, and yet they're getting all strung out because a company chose that. It's like, really? If y'all want free enterprise, I guess that means they're allowed to pick who they want. There you go. I'm hearing people talking about how, oh, he's going to show up and get deported because he's an illegal. My understanding is he's Puerto Rican, which is pretty legal. That's a U.S. territory. You're allowed to be here. My dad embarrassed me in the same kind of vein one time. We were walking into Walmart in the parking lot, on our way in. A couple of Spanish women in front of us, 10, 20 feet. And I could see one of them had a Puerto Rican flag keychain. They were talking back and forth in their native language, which you're allowed to do. And my dad starts saying the typical, I'm going to use the word ignorant in the nicest way I can here, but the typical ignorant old man kind of stuff about how they need to go back to their own country. Kind of ranting to me, but I think they could kind of hear him too. And I'm like, Dad, they're Puerto Rican. And he's like, yeah, well, they need to go back to their own country. I'm like, Dad, they're in their own country. They're in their own country. Yeah. My beard's being weird today. That's ridiculous. No, Puerto Rico's U.S. territory. They're in their own country. They're here. And I got good friends that are Puerto Rican. Just quit being an ignorant old fool. Got a bunch of packages today. Blade. Not Wesley Snipes, the other one. And according to the website, I think, let's not damage ourselves if we can avoid it. This should be a whole bunch of my Scooby-Doo stuff. Oh, okay, I see. wrapped it in it. Put on it one of the like manifest envelopes. I normally only see those working on the docks. Like shipping manifest, it'll be in a... You know what I'm talking about, great. Yep. Some of them. Yay. I'm so happy about this one. Ooh, his leg's kind of bent, I think. That has me a little concerned. Yeah, it's not too bad. This is my second skeleton man. I wish they'd put holes in the bottoms of those feet too. You can see the legs kind of... I may be able to nicely bend that back. Gotta be careful because I don't want to break the knee. Hip does not move. Thighs, knees, elbow, shoulder, head turn. You actually can stand. That's good. Alright. Now I picked up, you saw it earlier video. I feel so weird saying that. I picked up some random lots, a couple of random lots, and there were a bunch of characters that I got that I was very happy about, and there were a bunch of characters that I wanted to get that I didn't get. It happens. You know, I ordered 2 6-packs, I got 12 figures. And realistically, there's 20 that I could, you know, be happy with. So I went back to the well, as it were, on eBay, and grabbed up some smaller lots, guaranteed stuff that wasn't random, to make sure that I actually got some of the figures that I was looking for. It's actually not a bad Scooby. Head turn too? Yeah, your head turns too. So, I'm not sure what set you're from. I don't even know, because they've had a half dozen different sets. It looks like pretty good articulation on this guy. He's actually got shoulder and like elbow knee joints going on. Tail also, paint on him is good. He's very glossy. But I figure whatever doubles I have, because I know I have some doubles, I think by the end of this I'll have like three 10,000 volt ghosts. I don't actually need 3. I do want 1 though. One of the reasons, the 2 reasons that I got this lot, it's only 3 figures in the lot. The Scooby, I've got a couple Scoobies, so that's not a big deal. But I wanted 1 more Skeleton Man, if not 2. So I want to say, and I need to rewatch that, I want to say there were 2 or 3 Skeleton Men. It wasn't just 1 monster running around, it was a team. The other reason is this actually came with a Captain Caveman, who, honestly, no real relation to Scooby other than their Hanna-Barbera, and they may have it at Crossover or something over the years. It doesn't have a club, but I can come up with something there. I was a huge Captain Caveman fan when I was a kid. I watched some Captain Caveman. Hong Kong Phooey too, especially when I was a lot younger. And when I was really, really young, the thing that I would get very upset if I got home from school too late and couldn't see it, we're talking like kindergarten, 1st grade, Underdog. Underdog, when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, that was a religion. Serious stuff here. Used to get very upset if I missed it. But Captain Caveman, not a lot of articulation, honestly, on him. But that's not a complaint. Not a complaint. I'm still not AI, by the way. Even though I can do the jointed movement if you want me to. So the foot has a little bit of a swivel to it. You can kind of turn them. Trying to figure out. No, you are not. Standard rotational on the arm. I thought maybe it was one of the ones where you could actually, where it had a hinge where you could, like, you know, do the arm up, but no. And he is permanently picking somebody's boogers. And again, I want to say he probably came with a club, because that is definitely the hand that holds something. And you know, he's he's a club guy. And I got a Captain Caveman figure. So, and again, a club, that's, with the amount of scratch and whatnot I've got to work with around here, he's got a club. He just doesn't know yet. I got a Captain Caveman, another Skeleton Man, and a Scooby that I might keep, might not, don't know. Yeah, I got several packages today. I got a package for my girl, which she's probably going to get it tomorrow, so I can say this because I know I've got like a couple day delay on my recordings. She's a big Monster High fan, and I sold a couple things, made us a little extra scratch. We're already okay, but you know, that little bit of an extra sale that kind of cushions things. So I got her, she's been wanting this since it came out. I got her the, and if you don't know Monster High, this will mean very little to you. The Hiss Fits 3-pack comes with like all three of the cat monster. The Hiss Fits, they're a band within the Monster High universe, and Josie and the Pussycats almost. Or if you're into Scooby-Doo, Hex, you know, that kind of thing. But she's wanted that for a while, and I paid $100 for it. It's not cheap. I don't know. Thing is, I know it's just going to go up, and it's going to become harder to find, because it was a limited edition. I think they call it like the Skulltimates, which is like their limited edition releases, whatnot. But she's got that waiting for her. She left before the post came, so she didn't see it. But she'll see when she gets here tomorrow. And I guarantee there will be squeeing. It's a song, right? If I were a geek, I'd be squeeing. Okay, this is one of my other Scooby lots. Cool. Okay. They put it in a bag with popcorn. Okay, whatever, it's fine. I can do this. Maybe. So, yeah. This is one of the ones that I definitely wanted to get. Because the more I looked at the big picture of all the different characters that were possible, I was like, you know what, I really liked... I want to say this was at a record studio. The 10,000 Volt Ghost. I want to say it took place at a record studio. Sounds right. Boy, his joints are stiff, which means he was most likely displayed and not played with. I hate it when they cheap out on the feet. They're kind of hollow. They just did a grid for support and stability. That's not the same thing as putting a hole in the feet so you can put them in pegs. Not what I'm getting at. Elbow, knee articulation, leg swivel on the thigh joint. Not crazy on the articulation. Definitely hollow. That is the sound of a hollow figure. It's nothing personal. I'm not saying you're hollow. Paint looks okay. Honestly, the arms look a little bit scuffed up, but as far as I know, I have like 3 to choose from at this point because of what's coming in. Because one lot had one, and one of the other lots had like 2 in it. But there was other stuff in there to where I'm like, you know what, I'll deal with it. Unless this is the one with 2. I am not sure. And a Scooby, which I think that is the same Scooby. I think. You stand over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same Scooby. Yeah. Yes, I'm looking at Scooby's butt. It looks like the same mold. So, probably from the same run. Identifying features. Here you go, the inside of a leg. On the paws. What is it with you guys not having mint marks? That's so weird. Oh, it's on your side. Okay. Well, yeah, character options. It's the same company that makes the Doctor Who figures. Or some of them anyway. Because I know there's like 4-inch Doctor Who figures that are by DePaul, D-A-P-O-L. And they're decent, but I like the 5.5-inch figures more than the 3.75. The articulation and the details better. So I'm not going to need a huge amount of Scoobies. I'll probably keep one of those, sell the other. One of the reasons I got this lot, Dynomutt. This is definitely from Scoob. I wanted a Dynomutt. Oh, you're kind of fabulous. Basic articulation, no elbow or knee joints, just the thigh and shoulder. Head turn. Tail swivels. It almost feels fragile, so I don't necessarily want to mess with that too much. A little dirty, but I can fix that. I'm not going to ask. Yeah, you're definitely dirty. Dirty dog. I'm still very happy with that because, and the other thing that came with this one, cool, and this makes me happy. I don't know which one I'll keep. I'll look at them and compare them. But another witch doctor, but he actually has his staff. So I'll take a look and see which one has the... I'm going to keep the one that has the best paint and resell the other, being honest about the listing of, hey, the paint on this one's rough, or if they're both about the same, I'm still being honest. Because I always show, honestly, more pictures than you really need to show. Because I never want a buyer to feel like they got cheated. You know, that's just not who I am. But he looks pretty good. The other one looked pretty good too, though. But accessory. But yeah, between the Dynomutt and yeah, and again, I can resell what I'm not going to keep, so that's not a big deal. Because it's kind of what I do. And more often than not, because I'm careful about the lots that I choose, I'll probably, with this stuff, I may actually break even and not make money, but I'll be breaking even and keeping toys. You know what I mean? So that's still a win. It's as though I spent no money and still have a big handful of toys. That makes me happy. I'm not sure what this is. This is the other Scooby lot. Okay. Just, they put it in a big box and I wasn't expecting that. If this were the Skeleton Man, I'd be in business. Okay. So, both look a little bit better than that guy, honestly. Don't get cocky or anything, but over here getting all amped up. Yeah, and I'll be reselling probably both of these, or one of them, or two of them, or whatever. This is one of the ones I got in the other lot too. This is the Phantom Racer. So I looked it up. I was like, something Racer, not Ghost Racer. Definitely not Ghost Rider. Yeah, Phantom Racer. These both appear to be in a little bit better shape than the one that I got the other day, so I'll probably keep one of those. Yes. And the big reason I got this lot. This is Creature of Bottomless Lake, I think. Very Black Lagoon kind of looking. I mean, that's probably the inspiration. I'm not saying he looks like Creature in the Black Lagoon, but definitely probably the inspiration for it. Very Loch Ness, knees and elbow articulation. Head doesn't turn, but the head is the entire upper half of the body. Got ginormous fin action going on. Does this unzip to show us who's inside? No? Okay. Tail looks like it should turn. I'm not going to force it. Just got it, Marcus. Don't break it. Definitely add some balance for the standing action too, which is nice. You can kind of almost lean back on it. It'll help, I'm sure, because that is a top-heavy figure. Also hollow, but that's still a whole bunch of big bulky plastic, so. Alright. So I got my Scoobies. I got my Captain Cable. If you know, you know. Exactly. So let's... Everybody right? Make sure there are no mini surprises here. Oh yeah, and I found out what this guy was, because I looked it up. This is actually also, it is a Scooby-Doo figure. They did a 2.5-inch minifigure set. And this is the Dracula from the Scooby-Doo. That was the bonus figure they threw in with that big package I did. Which I wondered, because he looked an awful lot like the other Dracula. He's the minifigure version. I'll put you guys in here. Sort out the details, but yeah, I've got at least a 10,000 volt ghost to sell. A Scooby probably. A Phantom Racer. A Witch Doctor. Put together a lot or two. Go through the mail, because it wouldn't be a day that ends in Y if we didn't get at least 10 pieces of junk mail here. Because that's how we roll. So I'm both concerned and unconcerned. It's nice denting action going on there. Pix, this came in yesterday. And Pix saw it, and I was pretty sure I knew what it was. She was like, "Oh my God, whatever's in there is probably broken." I'm like, "It's already banged up anyway, so I'm not too worried about it." And it'll be fine. This should be that somewhat distressed mystery machine that I got. Unless eBay is lying to me about deliveries, which they're usually pretty on it. Yep. Whole lot of newspaper in there, which is totally fine. Where'd you come from? Denver Post. So, in from Colorado. Yeah, it may actually be in better shape than I thought it was. The picture was not flattering. I think with shipping, I think I paid like $18 for it. It was really pretty cheap. Because new, these are typically 30 plus. And I wanted one that I could, if I want to do any kind of custom stuff to it, I could do without feeling guilty. But it looked like, yeah, okay, yeah. One of the stickers is like massively peeling up on the side, and you can see, I'm not worried about it. It's got like that going on. Dirty. Look like you open. Got a hinge over here. Got a little knobby thing there. Okay. Kind of opens up, has some stuff going on there. And there was another one of these online that I was actually watching until I took a better look at the listing, because the back door, this piece was missing. I was like, oh, you know what? No, I don't want it that distressed. I don't mind if it's a little distressed. That's a little too much. What do? You... Oh, okay. That makes sense. The top opens so you can put in... They said in the listing, in the picture, whatever, on the box, that you could, like, fit the entire Scooby Gang in the front, which I expect is probably true, but it seems complicated. Not everybody gets a chair, that's for sure. It looks like it should move, but maybe it doesn't. Definitely has a hinge. What do you do? How do you do this? I didn't go to school for this. I'm an English major. Nope. You definitely kind of attach there. Does that roll down even more? Yeah, it must. There's nothing that locks it into place there. No point of breaking it. You've had it 5 minutes, Marcus. Yeah, I know. I couldn't help it. Okay, worked. Just pull up. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Got that side open. That's a lot of Scooby snacks. Yeah, yeah. I'm clearly not doing it right. See, if I were AI, I'd already be on this thing. This is easy. Watch as I manipulate it smoothly. Seeing more and more AI slop on YouTube, and it's like, okay, that's not how humans move. Nexus 6, what are you? Okay, you look like you... Aha.
I'm smart.
So there's a little indentation there. There's a post, you kind of need to tug it backward just a little bit and then it disengages more easily. So it kind of folds down. Creates a play set of sorts. Curious about that. That's interesting. Tried to hit me. Yeah. If I had a nickel on it. Okay, here's what I was talking about. I don't know if you can even see it on your screen, but it says there's a little S there and then big 1 next to it. This most likely came out in 2011. If you're trying to figure out the date on something and you see a lowercase s with like two numbers, like S08, 2008. It's just how they do it. Instead of putting 2008. Trying to figure out because pulling that way, and then down. Look at me, I can be taught. Because it's got little screws there, and this piece makes me think that there's something else going on. Like you look like you slide up actually. Let's examine this. Hinge? Am I unhinged? Does that unscrew maybe, and then that becomes openable? I'm clearly going to break this. Trying to figure out if it does, if there's like sound effects or something, if there's like supposed to be a battery casing or something there. In case you're wondering, what is this fool looking at? So it looks like this piece here should like slide up, like it's got a groove going on, like a battery casing that would like slide up and expose where the batteries would go. But I could be crazy. This really looks like it should. I could be wrong on this. You really look like you should be moving. Am I going to break it? Yes, I am. Because that piece even sticks down a little bit farther here. It like comes down just that little bit more than these side panels do. Like it's some kind of moving part. I will figure it out, but I'm not going to. Clearly that needs to go in first. The roof is the latch part that keeps everything in place, it would seem. It's interesting. That's the hinge, right? Yeah. I don't know. I can't think what it would actually do, though. from like a light and sound standpoint. Why would it need a battery casing? What does it do? What circus tricks do you perform? I don't know. But cool. Don't know what I'm gonna do with you yet. I'm gonna do something. Park you over here for now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it here because, wow, that went longer than I thought it was going to because of my obsession with does this open. But yeah, health check, I feel alright. Worried about my girl because it wasn't anything that's like going to kill her in a week or anything like that. It's just when you find out you've got some things going on and it's like, complicates your world. We're in our 50s, so it's a tough pill. But got some leg quarters. We pretty much killed off, I think there's like 3 drumsticks left. We went at the chicken that I made last night. I got 3 giant leg quarters. I'm going to do, I think, a barbecue bag. I got a bag of carrots in there. I'm going to chop that up, chop up some potatoes. So, shake and bake with barbecue, like a honey barbecue sauce, with the giant leg quarters, and then some potatoes and carrots on the pan. Do the same thing. Put them in with the barbecue sauce, mix them around, and throw in some other spices if you want. Oregano goes good with anything, pretty much. Maybe some smoked paprika. We got options. So, and I'm going to continue on Mount Cardboard. I made really good progress past couple, so hopefully it won't be a dance floor by the time I'm done, but near enough. So, make it a great day.